Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us the management of Brigade Enterprises. In fact, Atul is joining us on the show. A good quarter as per what we were expecting, okay? Clearly, if you've seen in terms of the cash flow, we've seen an improvement that has come in the fourth quarter. If you could just help us understand, the numbers have been above our expectations. Has the trend been similar for you as well?
Uh, for the current quarter, it is very difficult to say because these are uncertain times. But yes, definitely, last year we have beaten the guidance. It has been one of the highest sales which company has done, around 4.3 million with 2,300 crores of sale, which has been 45% 40% increase, 45% increase from last year. But after the pandemic, I think there has been a challenge. I think April, the way of doing business has changed. Actually, you have to do everything online because it's more of a personal touch of business in real estate. So people have to do online, look at your projects online, do your booking. We have been successful in that. But I think once the lockdown has opened, I think we have been lucky that Bangalore is one of the cities where lockdown has opened first, and it's more freely. So people have been visiting sites. I think we did some 10-20% of the booking, normal booking in April. It has increased to say 20, 25, 30%. And I think June shows much more promising results in terms of residential sales. I think a lot of interest is there. People, I think our major clients are IT, ITS, and there's not has been more salary cut or job losses in ITS right now. So I think that is fueling the demand. And second part is that Bangalore prices have always been very, very realistic. It has not been
Right.
unrealistic. So people are they know that not prices will not go much down from here. And secondly, you have a very good home loan rates today. I think it is one of the lowest in the decade where you can take home loan. So that is also attracting the buyers. So let's see. I think we are very hopeful. I think in residential, the green shoots are there, and we think in 2-3 months it should somehow reach to the normal what we were doing last year.
Right. So with this, we see in terms of the cash flow, which did improve in the previous quarter, what was the reason? What led to this improvement in terms of cash flow?
See, this cash flows are mainly because of the higher sales, and we have been doing 5 quarters now, more than 1 million. So all demands which have been raised from the customers, the money has been coming in, and this cash flow improvement you will see, because if there is an increased sale, definitely your construction is also on the faster route, and all more demands are being raised and more payments are coming from the customers. So that is the main reason. If you see in cash flow for current quarter also, I think good cash flows are there. We have done around 30-40% in April, around 60% in May, and we are touching around 70-80% in June of the normal monthly cash flows we used to do. So this is only because sales have happened. They are all good sales. I think before banks were not disbursing the loan during the lockdown. Now they are disbursing the loan. So I think this is all coming back.
Right. And secondly, another trend that I've seen is that there has been strong growth with regards to where the annuity revenues are concerned. I think a growth of almost around 22% is what we've seen. And the leasable area has also increased by around 43% if I compare year on year. Are we expecting this trend to continue in FY21, beating all the odds of COVID-19?
It's very difficult to say again, but we are hopeful in office business. In fact, we have been collecting all 95% of rental in our official business, and we are one of the companies who have not taken any moratorium on loan also on office business. So we are hopeful. I think second half of the year should show more result, because what we are seeing in the market was 1 or 2 months there was no inquiries. Now inquiries are coming back. There's a lot of interest again. People are coming and talking to you about the lease, about the area vacant. So I think that interest is coming back, but realistic view will only come after 3 4 months when the market stabilizes. But definitely for our leasable area, I think we were thinking of doing tech garden in this year, but this may actually go beyond in next year, may quarter or two, and leasing will get deferred.
Right. And with this, what's the sense that you're picking up on the margin profile as well? Because margins have declined by almost around 700 basis points in this quarter. And the reason one was that the other expenses were really higher. That's what we've noticed. Now, with COVID-19 coming into place as well, how much more decline can we expect in the coming quarters with regards to the margin profile if we have to talk about the first half of FY21?
See, I think you should see more operational numbers. Accounting numbers are more Ind AS 115. It is based on a registration you are doing. Secondly, you have to account for landowners' revenue as well as cost at a margin of 5%. So this brings overall margins down. So this was the one reason we have recognized 100 crores of land owners' revenue this time with a margin of 5%. So that is one of the reasons. Second is that of course, there was some revenue loss in hospitality in March, because a lot of cancellation happened in March, and that was one of the reason. And of course, we have spent a lot of money for COVID-19, our CSR expenditure. So we have done that. So based on that, numbers are low, but I can assure you that there is no problem in EBITDA margins, and it will be maintained during forthcoming years.
Right. But Atul, on this front, again, with regards to where hospitality as well as the mall segment goes, now that's something which is a high margin segment. Now,
Right.
on the back of COVID-19, the expectation is that these segments are something which are going to take some time to get back to normalcy. So, for how long do you expect to see this kind of an impact to continue?
Um, I'll come to retail first. I think retail malls have started. In our retail malls, at least 60 to 70% retailers have come back. Uh, there's a there's a renegotiation. Maybe you can say that we have given 50% waiver on our rentals during the lockdown period, and we are giving time to people to do their pending rentals maybe in the next 3 4 months. So we'll have to see as to how the footfall happens and how the sales happen. That will depend upon the retail success. I think what process we have followed it, that we are taking some minimum guarantee rentals, and rest is all on revenue share. So it will all depend how the footfall happens. For hospitality, it is going to be a very grim quarter, and maybe way ahead. It will take at least 1.5 years for hospitality to recover, because if you see now, five-star hotels main clients are overseas clients, and since overseas flights are all banned right now, so it will be a difficult task. The other source of revenue for hospitality is food and beverages. That is taking beating. So I think hospitality is the one area which I think and we think as a company will take at least 1.5 years to recover.
Okay. And with this, another question I want to ask you is with regards to where the realizations are concerned. Now, yes, the realizations did improve on a year-on-year basis, especially if you have to talk about, the residential side of it. On a sequential basis, there was a downtick on the back of the commercial sales. However, how much more dip can we expect, or do you think the realization numbers is something which would be maintained in the coming quarters?
See, realization depends upon the mix of product you are selling. So if you're selling more affordable housing, your realization will go down, because there is a 45 lakh
Right.
limit is there. So I think it is more of a product mix, but I think there is no price decrease which is going to happen as everybody has been talking. Already your cement prices, steel prices are going up. So there's no way that a developer can reduce any prices. So we will be able to maintain our margins and even our the realizations which we have been showing for last 1 year.
Right. And another point is with regards to where the rise in net debt is concerned, there is a marginal increase if I see on a sequential basis and a substantial increase on a year basis. So if you could just help us understand what has caused the net debt to rise, and secondly, what are the kind of numbers are we working around for the year?
See, if you see our debt numbers, the main increase is in leasing segment, which is capex as well as the LRD.
Mm.
Yeah, 70% of our debt is because of that, and this will get covered once all capex will get covered once we convert this into LRD for tech gardens as well as WTC residential. So see, leasing. Portfolio debt is going to go up because of the heavy capex which it entails, and it will take at least 3 to 5 years for the rental to absorb all the interest and depreciation. So I think that will continue. Hospitality, we have some 500 crores of debt. That is a challenge. Maybe once we do our LRDs, there will be some excess cash flow. We'll try to repay it, but that WTC LRD may happen in January, Feb. So we'll look at them as to what is the position that time. Residential, we have a very less debt, and if you see, we have receivables of 3,000 crores there. So even if you take out that 2,300 crores of excess cash flow is there, so I don't think so there is any issue. And if you compare for last 5 years in our debt numbers, your residential debt has come down significantly. It's
Correct.
only leasing numbers which have gone up, and which is the only way you can fund the large capex project going forward.
Right. And my last question, Atul, with regards to leasing is what's the status with the Chennai and the Bangalore assets? Because they do remain the key monitorables from here on as well for that business.
So Chennai is totally leased. 95% of Chennai is already leased. I think one of the major tenant there is Amazon, who has taken around 8.5 lakhs square feet, and they are asking for more. So I think it's totally leased. We are trying to give the handover, but due to lockdown in Chennai, it is getting delayed. I think this handover may happen maybe starting next month or next month, and then maybe rental start may happen in somewhere in January. Brigade Tech Garden, already 1.2 million we had leased. We have already leased around 3 million. Out of 3 million, we have done 1.5, and 1.5 is what is pending. And I think this will get delayed. We were targeting that leasing to happen in this year, but now since of COVID, and we are anticipating that at least 2 quarters delay will be there for leasing full areas in Brigade Tech Garden.
Right. So that's something that we should be watching out for as well.
Yeah.
So thank you, Atul. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for joining
Thank
us
you,
on
Hiral.
the show. Hope to see this kind of performance to continue in spite of COVID-19 hitting all of us, and hope to see prosperity across as well. But congratulations once again. The numbers have been above what we were expecting as well. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Hiral. Thanks for the compliments, and thanks for our best wishes. We need that best wishes now in the COVID
Absolutely.
times.
All of
Yeah.
us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.